Hey guys, it's Jennifer. I'm doing a book talk, my first book talk of my speech class. It is on Falling for You by Lisa Schroeder. Here's the book. From the front, you guys can see that it kind of looks like a romance novel just because of the kissing going involved here. Let me just say that there is romance in this book, but that's not the main focus of this book. The main focus is about Ray's family, who is the main character, her stepfather and her mother, and the challenges that she has to go through. I'm just gonna, so you guys have an interest, I'm just gonna quote the back of the book little section. So here I go. It says, Ray's always dreamed of dating a guy like Nathan. He's nothing like her abusive stepfather. In other words, he's sweet. But the closer they get, the more Nathan wants of her time, of her love, of her, and the less she wants to give him. As Ray's affection for Nathan turns to fear, she leans on her friend Leo for support. With Leo, she feels lighter and happier. And possessive Nathan becomes jealous. He's not about to let her go, and with danger following her every move, Ray must fight for the life and love she deserves if she's going to survive. It's an easy read, but for somebody normal, or almost anybody, I think I took a little bit more time on this just because I loved it so much. I didn't want it to go so fast. Someone could easily read this in 3 weeks if they're a determined reader. I love this book just for the fact that it has a normal, easy size reading. It's spaced out pretty nicely, and it also has some poetry in it. Here's some poetry. It gets a little bit confusing once you first start out because they kind of trick you, but once you get to the end of the book, you kind of figure out what it was meaning. I would recommend this book to anybody who is in romance or anybody who is having a hard time with life, with friends, with family, with boyfriends. There is some language in this book, so if that's not something you like, out of a scale between 1 and 10, I would rate this book 9.5. Just because there are confusing parts, but it's a great book. I loved it. The whole book had some points where it makes you cry, or at least for me. I recommend it for boys and girls. More girls just because of the romance in it. A little bit of the summary of the book. It talks about Ray, the main character, her stepdad Dean, her best friend Leo, her boyfriend Nathan, and her 2 friends who are, right now I cannot think of it, Felicia and Alex, which is spelled a little bit differently. It's a great book. I recommend it for everybody. This book has a shock to it, and it's not just the cover. Catch you guys later. Happy reading!